Hello, Dave Dog here. This is Road to Glory, and we're hoping to take Bradford Park Avenue back to the Football League and higher if possible. We're still pretty much in the Vanarama National League North at the moment, and it's probably going to take a long time before we're going to get a promotion side together, as money is tight and reputation is proving costly in signing good players. Just a latest update, the bookies have now got us at 33 to 1. We're out from 25 to 1, and just before the first game of the season we're now 17th, but there are 4 promoted clubs at the bottom and they're expected to go back out again. Darlington have now moved to the 7 to 5 favourites. They were relegated from National League last season, and they've moved up from third favourites to favourites now. The media are predicting us to finish 20th, which is one lower than last season, so just missing out on relegation. But I'm quite happy with the side we've put together, and I think we could finish mid-table. So let's have a look then what's been happening since you were last with us with the 2 friendlies. Peterborough at home, that was a money-raising fixture, and we were well beaten 4-1 by League 1 Peterborough. Decent crowd of 1331, bringing us some money in. If we look at the crowd for the Nottingham Forest under 21s as well, we had 1174 for that. So without this money coming in, I don't know what position we would be in, because we are 98,000 in the red at the moment. I can't understand how the board has increased the wage budget, so much so that I have been able to take some of that and move it into transfer budget. We've got a transfer budget of nearly 13,000 now. The wage budget is 5,808, of which we've got committed spending of 4,906, so we've still got around about £900 a week that we can spend. We lost 4-1 against Peterborough and we were well beaten. Goals from Johnson, Clark, Harris after 36, Overton and Poku 58 and 61 before we got one back to make it 3-1 through Carter Denson, and Johnson, Clark, Harris got his second. Tom Macaulay, reasonable performance at 6.8, but defensively we weren't there. Tried to play our strongest team. Finn O'Boyle has not been up to the standard that he was last season in these couple of friendlies that we've had. Lee Angol is the man who has come to the fore. So we look at the last game, Hitchin away. One that Danny Bushell arranged, was our final fixture a week before the season starts. So I tried to play players who I wasn't sure about whether they'd be in the team or not. So this is a final lineup we went in with. We went in Macaulay in goal, a Dunstan right back, Osborne and Fielding at centre backs, Ferguson at left back, Tuffy and Hopper are the midfielders, O'Boyle as number 10, Brazil on the left, and new signing Lovick on the right hand side, and Angol up front, who scored a hat-trick. The other goal coming from Truman. Quite comprehensive win against Hitchin. We did go into a 2-0 lead in the first half. Angol and then Angol a penalty, like 15 and 23 minutes. 27th minute they got one back. Just after half time they equalised on 47. Coming to the end of the game, we made a few substitutions, and Will Truman got his first goal for the club. Playing in that number 10, he came on instead of O'Boyle. Then Angol wrapped it up in the 90th minute with his hat-trick. Truman assisting on that one. We've just mentioned our new signing. Harry Lovick came in as a free transfer on the 3rd of August. We intend to play him as a right winger and long bottom on the left. But we'll look at the team in a short while. But Harry Lovick, 21-year-old, free transfer, 3 stars, current ability, 5-star potential ability. Flair 12, leadership 12, off the ball 12. So a tricky customer and can only get better. He can play anywhere across the front, anywhere across the midfield. He can also play wing back at a push. He's come from today's opponents. He played for Banbury last season. 40 appearances, so more or less ever present. 1 goal, 5 assists, 3 player of the matches and 6.81 as an average. He's played 2 games for us this season. His last 2 friendlies. 2 assists and a 7.95 average, so that's pretty good, and he will start in the first game. Let's have a look at today's team then. Macaulay in goal, Osborne at right back, Fielding and Sams are the centre backs. We are still looking for a centre back. We tried to get Joseph from York on loan. He was available for loan, but he's turned us down. We agreed terms with York. We've still got some scouting going on centre backs. That is the only position where we are pretty short at. We'll probably have a centre-back coming in before the end of the month. Blake Tracy, new signing, is a left-back, played some left centre-back. I think he's probably better at full-back. The other candidates for that position, Conor Ferguson and Kieran McLaughlin, are not really at it at the moment. So Blake Tracy plays left-back. In front, we've got Alex Williams, new signing, been playing really well, looks really comfortable on the ball. Harrison Hopper is in, he's been playing well in the friendlies. Lovick on the right and Longbottom on the left, playing as out-and-out wingers, not inverted wingers. Will Truman plays the number 10 role as a shadow striker, and Lee Angol starts up front. On the bench, we've got Brandon Barber, 17-year-old backup keeper, Lucas Dunstan, Finn O'Boyle, Carter Denson and David Hamed. Our two highest scorers, well, our three highest scorers, I believe, are all on the bench this season, and it's a much stronger bench than we'd had previously. So let's get into this game then and see if we can get off to a good start with 3 points. So it's Angol with the kick-off as we get underway at home to Banbury. We are the bookies' favourites at 5-4, with Banbury coming in at 2-1. And we're looking for bigger crowds this season, so we're going to have to play some good football and try get them crowds up above 500. We dropped to round about the low 300s towards the end of last season when we were struggling against relegation. So it's imperative that we get off to a good start, and we're keeping possession here at the moment in this opening highlight. Blake Tracy plays it forward to nobody in particular. That's what's been happening in the friendlies sometimes. We're just knocking the ball forward and it's going straight to them. Sams cuts that out. Hopper to Truman. Will Truman, our new creative player in the number 10 role today. Hopper sprays it out wide, but goes straight into touch there. Free kick by Fielding just outside the penalty area. And you've seen him put these in, and he does. Sam Fielding, a big gap there, and we take the lead. 7th minute. Fantastic free kick. He's good at those. He's Fielding. Here we see again. Look at that big gap. Keeper too slow to move. It's in the top corner, but keeper left a big gap there, and Sam Fielding fills it. Blake Tracy's got a yellow card after 6 minutes. He's certainly making his mark, and we're on top. If we look at the momentum on the right hand side, they've not had a shot yet, Banbury, and we're certainly bossing the game so far. Let's have a shout and just encourage the boys. I've seen this one go wrong before, and it's a throw in. Osborne on the right hand side to Truman, back to Truman again. Hopper goes through the referee. Williams, Osborne plays the ball forward, but Beckwith clears out, and it's Banbury in possession with Green coming forward and being followed closely there by who is it on the left there? It's Longbottom, isn't it? Number 11. Wearing 11. We've had squad number changes as well this season. Blake Tracy, and we've got a lot of experience in that back line today. Experience for younger players anyway. Hopper, Longbottom's coming through on the left, crosses in, Angol finishes, a tap in. We've been playing a lot of that ball across the 6-yard box, and we're 2-0 up after 38 minutes. In the 38th minute, Angol makes it 2-0, and my encourage is just coming through now, or it's showing it's going through. Longbottom put a great ball in there, and nobody marking Angol. Easy chance to make it 2-0. And he could stay up there. I was looking at him as a left winger to start with, but the younger players have not provided good form consistently, and they're waiting on the bench, Denson and Hamed. And we've also brought in our last season's top scorer, as I said, lots of goals on the bench. Hopper with a snapshot that just goes wide there. The keeper was scrambling and just went wide. We've got a 1 XG, but we've got 2 goals, and there we are, half time. We're well in control of this. 55% possession and only 1 shot from Banbury, nothing on target. So let's get in the dressing room, and we want to see more of this. Right, the team talk at half time is you might be winning, but that could still all change if your performance levels drops. Don't let that happen, and that's inspired just about everybody. So let's start the second half and see if we can wrap this first 3 points up as Banbury get us underway for the second half. Before the game, the board and fans both thought the game would be a draw, but said we might sneak a win, and that still might be the case if they get one back. So we've got to keep up the pressure, but it is Banbury on this long highlight, but that's hit the post. I thought that was going wide, but just hit the post with, I don't know whether Macaulay had that covered or not, but it's still them, and they've pulled one back early, first minute of the second half, and that's on his debut, it says, Roberts. So we lost the ball. Lovick played it against the player who was marking him, and Roberts, an easy shot there, no chance at all for Macaulay, and they're back in it. So let's have a shout. And we've seen that enough times, we know it wasn't offside. Let's have a shout and demand more. So telling them not to be complacent didn't work. They're back in it straight away. So here's a corner for us. Fielding, can we get our 2-goal lead back? Fielding, Sams, yes, rises above them all. He's fantastic in the air, and scored a few from goals from corners and free kicks towards the end of last season, and he's opening his account for this season. Gets up majestically there, beats their player, and we're back in front by 2 goals, 3-1. And this is certainly going better than we could have expected, although here we are, another set piece, and they get this one out this time, and it's Green breaking away, but they've nobody else up. It's Green on his own, and we've got 5 men back now. We're recovering brilliantly here, but they've slowed the ball up. Hickman puts it through Roberts, but Sams is covering that, gets it back to Macaulay, and stops the danger there. As we said, we didn't expect to win this game easy, but we were looking for 3 points. And with the new players we've brought in on debut, they'll all be looking to make a good first impression to our fans. I don't know what the crowd is today. Here's Truman. He's a real talent for expressing himself. As I've told you before, he can play striker as well. Tell Sams to mark Charlie Roberts. It's a bit late with that one. These just come up too quickly, these things from Bashel. You just don't get time to read them. So here we are, Osborne clearing up, and something wrong with the fullbacks, I think. Although Blake Tracy has recovered to get 7 now, your fullbacks seem to either play well or poor. There's nothing in between, and I think it's the same as what we had with the goalkeepers. The goalkeepers never got high marks and got low ones, and that's another tap in for Angol. Longbottom feeds him again, and that's 2 from the 6-yard box. That seems to be a good move from our play, and we're creating a lot of goals that way. Here Longbottom's put through, just squares it in. Angol finds himself free, and it's 4-1. So how long have we got? 75 minutes. Let's have a look, see if we can make some changes then, and bring a sub on or 2. 6.5 Williams. He's playing okay, but he's a 6.5. Who can we put on instead of Williams in central midfield? Finn O'Boyle can't play there. I'm going to put Finn O'Boyle on for Williams and swap Truman and O'Boyle over. So O'Boyle, as we've seen last season, this is the only position he can play in really. Osborne at 6.4. Not doing it at right back. Let's bring a Dunstan on for Osborne. So a couple of changes there. Up front, we're doing fine. Lovick's 6.8. Complacent. I'm going to leave him on. He needs the game time. He's catching up a little bit after signing late. Last 13 minutes plus added time. We make 2 subs. They've only had 1 shot on target of Banbury, and that was a goal. Lovick thinks he's given everything, so let's bring him off now. Last couple of minutes. A good debut and got something into his legs. Truman is now very poor, but we've only got 1 sub left. Yeah, Lovick's got 6.6. Let's bring Hamed on up front for Lovick. We'll just leave Truman on. There's not too long left, and we're going to switch those 2 over. Angol's got a couple of goals. We're going to have to swap them over. Bring Longbottom to the right. Plays 2 inverted wingers. And Angol inverted winger on that side. And we're going to go positive. We're having to keep Truman on. Last few minutes. Can't see anything much happening here, although we've got another free kick. Fielding, taking all the set pieces, knocks it up, but it's out by Beckwith. O'Boyle picks that up. We've got 3 players lined up at the back. Nobody forward for Banbury. Here's Hopper with a run, and that's a side netting. Good run from Hopper, but just a side to there, and it's a late corner in the last minute of added time for Banbury. Are they going to pull one back here, or can we keep this one out? And yes, Sam's heads it out, and it's another corner. Putting a bit of late pressure on here, Banbury. It's no good having a shout because we're going to be finished shortly. Let's keep it at 4-1. We might be top of the league if we keep it at 4-1. And yes, headed out by Fielding, and that's it. The game over. Couldn't have asked for better, really. Probably a clean sheet, but 4-1. That's a real marker and a real statement of intent from us. 2.52 XG, 5 on target, 4 goals we scored, 16 shots, 56% possession, and we really bossed that game. Will Longbottom, man of the match. Good performances all round. Williams and Osborne at 6.5, not playing as well, but really good opening day win. And let's have a look, see what the news is after that one. We're going into the dressing room. Nice work everyone, that was good. Yeah, we'll go with that one. And everybody's chuffed. Didn't expect to win. We are top of the league, 3 goal difference after 1 game, and let's hope we can stay there. So have a look at the schedule. South Shields away on Tuesday, Saturday Southport at home, Spennymoor away, that'll be a tough game, Peterborough Sports at home, and Chorley away. We've covered Chorley quite a lot, so I'm going to come back for this game, Braintree, which is a Monday. Again, we've not got to the bottom of this, why we play games on a Monday. Surely we could play Tuesday or Wednesday and give us a little bit of added recovery time. But there we go. We're going to come back for that one Monday the 2nd of September. Hopefully we might have a couple more players in by then. We definitely want a centre-back to strengthen this team. But a great start. A 4-1 win at home to Banbury. If you've enjoyed this, please like the video. If you've not already done so, please subscribe and add notifications so you'll never miss a kick. And we're underway with a great start to season 3. Dave Dog for now. Goodbye.